Shalom. Just want to play a little excerpt. I'm going somewhere with this information at the end. I'll let you know where I'm going at the end.
When I was reading to prepare for this interview, I was quite surprised to see you use the word Aborigines talking about African Americans.
You know, I've dealt with that issue. I've already talked publicly about that.
And my purpose here today is to say that I'm very sorry, and I apologize to anyone whose feelings were hurt by my comment.
I've made very, very clear I don't know where that comment comes from.
Well, from your subconscious.
Well, I guess. I mean, it's not even a normal thing anyone would say, even if you meant something in a negative fashion. I don't know if you would pull that out. But for me personally, you can't just close down camp and stop trying to do the things that you think are right. Just because somebody, you may give them an unfortunate bit of ammunition, you still got to continue to fight on and do what's best for the state in the long run. And but frankly, it's going to give me the opportunity to talk about things that I may never been able to talk about before.
You mean the bill?
Or the bill, or talk about race related issues, things like that. I mean, I have a freedom that a lot of people don't have because of that.
Because you used the word Aboriginal.
Because I've been through the fire, and I can talk to people, I can relate to people, I can let them know what kind of person I am, and we can talk about things that sometimes have been a little bit taboo.
So because it allowed you to reach audiences you might not otherwise have reached, do you not regret saying it?
I think it gives me some opportunities. I went and spoke to a group in the city of Birmingham. It was a city councilwoman's community meeting, probably 95% African American. And because of, things that I regret, offhand remark I should not have made.
Using the word Aboriginal.
Right, offhand remark I should not have made.
Which you don't want to say.
Yeah, I know better. But what it allowed.
Okay. You see, he just called, of course, I don't claim to be black. That's a color of law term under the color of authority. So people that under their authority, they can treat you any kind of way. And for the record, once again, I'm telling you that I am Ibri Yasharite American national, meaning I live on the land, the soil outside of the fictitious jurisdiction of the District of Columbia and their 68 point whatever it is mile radius. I'm a living soul, living man in reality, and I overstand all the time. I overstand their fiction, and fiction can never have authority over reality. Now that being said, now let me read a couple of things. You just said this senator, Alabama Senator Beeson, back October 28, 2011, this was published, and he called the so-called African Americans Aboriginal, and then now he's catching flack behind it because he said something that shouldn't have got out, but he put it out there. So this is, and then also right here it says American Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People. These are the Aboriginal people. This was dated June 15, 2016, adopted at the third plenary session held on June 15, 2016. Now, I'm not going to read all of it, but I'm just going to read a few sections. This is Article 11, Protection Against Genocide. Indigenous people have the right to not be subjected to any form of genocide or attempts to exterminate them. Article 12, Guarantees against racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and other related forms of intolerance. Indigenous people have the right not to be subject to racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, or other related forms of intolerance. The states shall adopt the preventive and corrective measure necessary for the full and effective protection of this right. And then you heard the other day when I read to you their Pope's letter to Obama, which basically says anyone that is found doing the things I just read, not excluding others, but I just read that right now, shall be dealt with by the America majority, those who are responsible for protecting the Aboriginal indigenous people called African Americans. And like I said, those are color law terms, but just using those for the example that's being used right now. Now, I'm addressing the thing called gang stalking that's going on right now. I was out about, and as usual, people crowd you, run in front of you, cut off in front of you, and just because I'm a man of Yahuwah, a spiritual man, people think I'm not supposed to say something. Most time I hold my peace, but tonight I let them know. I asked the man, I said, let me ask you something. If I just crowded you, and then he lied and said, no, I wouldn't. I would try to talk about it first. And I said, man, tell the truth. Now, if I just constantly stayed up under you all the time and crowding your space, well, yeah, then he told the truth about it. So, and I let them know, I'm not a violent man at all. I love peace. But I'm not your fool. I'm not your object. I'm not any such thing. I did not give you permission or authorization to disrespect me, crowd me, cut off in front of me. I don't know what games you guys are playing. And, you know, I'm not talking to everybody, but whoever's doing these things, that's what I'm talking to. Whoever authorized it, because you see that's illegal, unlawful. Yah has not authorized it, so whatever's going on is authorized by the de facto. So, I have the right to protect myself. I have the right to be a man. All I'm asking is, treat me like you want to be treated. So if you want to be crowded, you want to be disrespected. So what goes around comes around. What you measure out, it should be measured unto you again. I'm not saying that I'm going to do anything violent or harmful or anything, but I will not be disrespected. I will not be violated. You do not have a license to do any of those things unto me. So I'm just put it out there. Just put it out there, man. So that's how it is. You know, just because I'm a man of Yahuwah, that don't mean that I'm just gonna sit back and let you do what you want to do. So that's not a threat, man. That's just all I'm saying is treat me like you want to be treated. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for nothing out the way. That's reasonable. Shalom.